Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland, New York, New Jersey,
Indianapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan,
Iowa,
Massachusetts,
Georgia,
Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesian,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Hilton Head,
Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
and you're listening
You're listening
to
My
DVC Points.
Hey, everybody. It's Pete from the DVC Newscast, and we are doing episode number 122 tonight.
Wow.
It's Friday, September 1st, and Sue has joined me. How are you doing, Sue?
Doing well. And you, Pete?
I'm doing pretty good. We weren't sure if we were going to do a show this week. Shannon is actually at Magic Kingdom tonight at the party. I'm flying out tomorrow morning in about 15 hours.
Wow.
To Florida. So we'll all be in the Orlando area, but we thought with a couple announcements that came out this week, we thought they were big enough news that we should try and get a show recorded, live stream, and then hopefully we can get it published over the weekend. Otherwise, we probably won't get one out till Shannon and I are back at our computers. So we thought we'd put this one together. So we got Sue and I today, and before we get into the stories, though, I'd just like to say a quick shout out to our sponsor this week. Our sponsor is Monera Financial. If you are purchasing DVC, whether you're purchasing a direct purchase or you're doing a resale purchase and you need to look at financing, Monera Financial is a great place to go. They really do not refuse anyone's financing for DVC. So you can go to them. They have a variety of interest rates depending on length of term and your financial status and everything like that. But their interest rates are better than what you're going to get from Disney generally. So it's a great place to go if you want to finance that contract. So with that, we're going to dive right into the stories, and a couple stories very directly to DVC related. And this is about direct pricing. But Disney Vacation Club has indicated that the base price for Grand Floridian points direct will rise from the current $217 per point to $230 per point as of September 12th. In addition, current promotional incentives are set to expire on September 11th as well. And those promotional incentives are pretty good. So if you're thinking of buying that direct Grand Floridian contract, now is the time in the next 10 days or so. There hasn't been any indication that they're going to raise the other resort prices. Historically, they raise all the prices together.
Mm-hmm.
But in this particular case, the Disneyland Hotel is already at $230. So we already have two different prices. We have Riviera, Alani, and Grand Floridian at $217 and Disneyland Hotel at $230. It does seem quite possible that they may just raise the Grand Floridian. I mean, what do you think, Sue? I think that's the most likely scenario here. Grand Floridian's 3/4 sold out already almost.
Yep. It's a very popular resort. They can command the money for it at this point, and they have inventory in it. Now, when the tower opens up at the Polynesian, we'll see what they're going to do for that one.
Right.
Could be the same.
We'll see whether that'll be at that higher price. Yep. And it never made sense to me why Alani was at the same price as the others anyways, because if they really want to sell Alani should be
lower,
$20 or something lower than the other ones to kind of incentivize people to maybe consider buying there. Riviera and Grand Flo, I understand why those were the same price, but I think now that you have the Grand Floridian getting close to sold out, and you still have, 50% of Riviera's availability left in a much bigger resort, kind of makes sense that, you might incentivize people to try to save a little money and go for Riviera. So we'll see.
I agree.
That seems to be where they're going with that. And then some pretty cool announcements for DVC members specifically about Halloween events on both coasts.
Yeah, on both coasts. After making its debut in 2022, Disney Vacation Club Halloween member event is back for 2023. Great event last year, and some free treats that you got. This will be from 2 to 4 p.m., and it's going to be over at the Atlantic Dance Hall over at Boardwalk. Members can visit the Boardwalk Atlantic Dance Hall for photos with Disney characters, sporting their holiday garb, and complimentary holiday treats. They didn't say what kind yet. The scheduled event dates are Monday, September 25th and Tuesday, September 26th, Monday, October 9th and Tuesday, October 10th, Monday, October 30th, and Tuesday, October 31st, Halloween.
Mm,
So the event is open and it's only open to members who are registered guests at a Disney owned and operated resort at Walt Disney World. So if you're not staying on property, but you're a DVC member, this event is not for you. You actually have to be staying
yeah.
and you must qualify for the member extras. So again, that's going to be card carrying members with their virtual cards, resale, no. When you go there, you have to have your card with you, your virtual card, and identification as well. Now, each owner can bring up to 4 guests along with them, so a total of 5 people. And again, present your card and ID upon arrival. Now, in addition, Disney has also announced that there's a similar event for DVC members at the Disneyland Hotel this year. On October 17th and 24th, both of them are Tuesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Beginning at the Disneyland Hotel's Community Hall, members can make treat stops at several Disney Vacation Club welcome home kiosks throughout property. And along the way, participants can take part in craft projects and pose for pictures. Like the East Coast, the event is open only to those members who are staying at a Disney owned and operated resort in California or have a ticket to that evening's Oogie Boogie Bash. Local members out in California and you want to go and you have a ticket to the Oogie Boogie Bash for that night, you can go
Yep.
or you have to be staying there. And again, identification, photo ID, and the virtual card for DVC members has to be shown. And party size is 5. So I know last year's event, they had light up bracelets for people. They had all kinds of characters and places where you could take pictures. And they even had the member popcorn buckets
Yep.
filled with a confetti colored popcorn, which was kind of neat.
Yeah. Did you go last year? I know Shannon took Ryder last year and she really thought it was a great little experience.
It was. I did go last year, and I had booked one night over at the Bay Lake Tower and went with my niece, brought my niece with me.
Nice. Yeah, I think they only did it 2 days last year, right?
Yep.
So they're expanding it to 6 this year.
Yep.
And I'm really impressed they're doing it for actual Halloween. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 characters. I couldn't tell you who they were. I somehow remember one of them might have been Oogie Boogie in
I like
Florida.
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I don't remember who the 3 characters were last year, but I know there were 3 characters. I know they gave out the popcorn buckets. I remember that. And I also know that like you had to come and line up. And initially, like when you first got there, there was a bit of a line to get in. You maybe had to wait like a half hour, but I don't think they turned anybody away. I think they were able to get everybody in. But if you're going to go to one of these, I would recommend getting there, don't get there at 4:45 or,
Right.
15 minutes before it's over.
No.
If there's a long line, you might miss out. So I would definitely try to get there in the first hour. The California one doesn't sound like it's in a single location. It sounds like you might have to go to a couple different spots. I'm
Yeah,
thinking probably downtown Disney
yeah, because
area.
they're using the DVC kiosks, welcome home
Right.
kiosks.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you go from kiosk to kiosk collecting things.
Yeah, but I can't see them sending you like into the parks
No,
though.
no. Well, because they've got the Oogie Boogie Bash that night, and I
Right.
doubt that they want to, have you pay for a ticket just to go into the park for this. I would assume it's going to be downtown Disney as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. So hopefully we'll have some listeners that end up going. If you do end up going, let us know. Let us
Yeah.
know how it was. If you went this past year, we got a few people watching the live stream. If you went this past year, let us know what you thought of that as well. But yeah, that's what I love seeing this is again, these member benefits to me, they need to do more of these little things like this. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the Moonlight Magic, those are awesome, but doing little things like this for members is really going to drive people to want to be DVC.
Mhm.
Little things like this. So I do think it's a good thing.
I do too.
Speaking of other benefits for
Yes.
members, The deluxe evening hours are going to be coming to Animal Kingdom in November. So for the
Yes.
first time on Wednesday, November 8th, the deluxe evening hours will be offered at Animal Kingdom instead of either Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. Previously, Magic Kingdom is the most typical. They do Epcot on Monday and they do Magic Kingdom on Wednesday. However, last year during the Christmas season, they did few weeks, they did Hollywood Studios. And this year, starting at the end of September, when they get to doing 4 parties at Magic Kingdom a week, they're moving it to Hollywood Studios for, as I said, it's like September 30th. And then all the ones in October are at Hollywood Studios instead of Magic Kingdom. Now, apparently, November 8th, they're moving it yet again, and it's going to be at Animal Kingdom. We don't know yet how many other days it's going to be at Animal Kingdom, but a good guess is this is to do with the fact that starting in November, Hollywood Studios is also having a hard ticket event, right?
Right.
So it's got to be they're concerned about having too many late nights, whether that's for employees, whether it's for maintenance on the attractions, whatever the reason is they're doing it. They're doing this in Animal Kingdom. So if you're there November 8th, the extended evening hours are right now showing scheduled from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's expected that those evening hours at Animal Kingdom may extend through November and December. They don't have those dates published yet, so we'll see if those continue. But I think this is pretty cool. My daughter might not because she's working in Animal Kingdom, so they might make her work late that night, so she won't be too happy. But we're going to be there that week of November 8th. So
Nice.
I think we'll probably check it out. If nothing else, you can probably get on Flights of Passage pretty easily that night. Andrea Opper is saying, I'm very excited
Yep.
for the extended evening hours at Animal Kingdom. We will be there November 8th.
I think that's great,
That is
Andrea.
what we were hoping. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Flights
Yeah.
of Passage. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Flights of Passage during the extended hours at Epcot, I know you can often get on Remy within 20 minutes, 30
Yep.
minutes. Right at 7 o'clock, people are still in line from the day people, right?
Right.
So you might still have a 45, 50-minute wait. But I think the way I would do it, and I'm guessing that the safari won't be open, but I would hit a couple other things first and then
Mhm.
head over there at 8:30, 8:45 and then get in line for Pandora. As long as you get in line before they close the line,
Right. You'll get
you'll
onto it.
you'll
Yep.
get onto it. Yeah. So Andrea's saying maybe we'll see you, Peter. Yeah. No, I'm planning on doing it. We're planning on doing it for sure. That trip, we definitely want to. Again, our daughter's working down there in Animal Kingdom. Even if she's not working that night, we might, drag her back into the park or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'd like to, at least maybe hit Everest. To me, it would be like Everest and Dinosaur, and then maybe the 2 Pandora rides would be the main things you'd want to try to hit. Can't be that much open there, though.
No.
I mean,
No,
Cali, maybe.
yeah, I wonder if they'll be running the show like a Lion King, if they'll be doing
Yeah, I don't
that.
know. Will they do a nighttime one? But yeah, that's the one thing that park, even though they built Pandora and put 2 rides in, there's not a lot of
There's
rides in
not
that park. There really
Yeah,
isn't. And then, they tried to make the safari a nighttime event,
it didn't work.
kind of didn't really
Yeah,
work all that well, and they stopped doing it. So I'm guessing that won't be open. And it usually isn't open
right,
for the Moonlight Magic events, right?
right. But at least the nice thing is that at that time of year, our weather is generally better,
Right.
and you're going when it's gonna be cooler,
Yep.
and I think everyone's waiting for that, the coolness to come so that they can go to Animal Kingdom because it's one of the hottest parks.
It definitely is, yeah, and for sure, I think that'll be nice going there in November in
Yep,
the evening. It's probably still gonna be a pretty long wait for a Flights of Passage, but my experience, these extended evening hours are really great
yeah,
because there's not that many people at
no,
them. So even though, you might still have to wait for Flights of Passage, it's probably not gonna be 90 minutes.
I'm glad to see it. The one thing that got me the last time that I went to one of the Moonlight Magics over there is when you're walking in the park at night and you can hear some animal sounds, all I could
Yeah.
think of was Jurassic Park. It's like, I hope the animals are caged or, backstage someplace
Yeah,
and
they don't let them out at night, right?
no, but it just has this kind of eerie feeling about it. but that'll be good.
And of course, Pandora is really cool at night.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's
much
beautiful.
of the year, you don't even get to see it at night
Right.
because it doesn't stay open the park doesn't stay open that late. So till you get into November, December, you
Right.
don't get that chance. And, staying open till 9, it'll be full dark, right?
Oh, yeah.
By then.
Yep.
So
The
uh,
fluorescence will be beautiful.
that'll be really cool for sure.
So Disneyland Haunted Mansion outdoor grounds is being redone in 2024. This was announced from the Disney Parks blog that the stately grounds of the Haunted Mansion will expand with a spirited metamorphosis at Disneyland Resort next year in 2024. The additions will be built on the story and lore of the Haunted Mansion and include an expanded outdoor queue to immerse guests in enhanced theming, as well as a new retail shop that's going to be adjacent to the attraction's exit. So the local legend suggests that the manor known today as the Haunted Mansion was first built by a prosperous sea captain. To this day, the mansion staff faithfully maintains the happy haunting grounds. The expanded queue will delve into these haunting memories and stories and include new gardens inspired by Master Gracie, Madame Leota, and the one-eyed cat. And
Am I-
speaking of Madame Leota, we felt it was time to continue her presence beyond the walls of the Haunted Mansion with an all-new retail shop. So after the ride, Madame Leota's retail shop will be there. The carriage house of the mansion belonging to Leota will be stationed as a shop, and we're just dying to tell you more about it in the future. I think that's great is to have Madame Leota's name out there and to put in a shop. I know going to the Haunted Mansion here in Florida, when I get out, I go into Maury's. I love it. The cast members in there are all in character,
yep.
and there's just so many neat things. And I think most people love the Haunted Mansion.
And they turn over the merchandise pretty well too.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, at least for someone that only goes a couple times a year, every time we go in, there's something new. And yeah, totally, Sue. I'm not a big shopper at Disney. I got enough Disney stuff now, but I do not pass by Memento Mori.
Yep.
We always go into that one shop, even if we don't buy anything,
Yep.
but we always go in and look. That's very cool that they're going to have a Haunted Mansion in specific shop. The redoing the queue, whatever.
Well, to me, it's kinda like to me, it reminds me of when they redid the queue here in Florida, and it's
True.
really kinda cute because you've got the
Yeah.
sea captain in his, crypt, and water splashes out. You can find her ring that she threw out, and it's embedded in the stone on the
Yep.
sidewalk, and I love having the busts of the 5 people as to who killed who by reading the stories and reading their little epitaphs
Yep.
and then finding the clues. If you're not in the lightning lane, then you do have to go through that queue, and at least it reminds you of some of the stories that are involved with the Haunted Mansion instead of
Yeah.
just going
Is
right in and experiencing it.
is that queue back open again? Because it seems like a lot of times we've been of late, they've been bypassing the queue. I know initially they did with COVID. They didn't want people touching
Right.
and everything like that. But has it been reopened?
During the summer, it had been
It
reopened
is.
because
Okay.
they had the different lines in there, but as soon as if it's an extra magic hour type of late
Well,
night,
right.
yeah,
Sure.
they'll close
Yeah.
that off because they just wanna get people through.
Well, that's very cool. Yeah, I do. If it's an interactive queue and I think that's always good when you have some entertainment in the
Yep.
queue, even if it's, just things to look at and things like that. At least makes the time go by a little faster, maybe. I don't know, or at least more entertaining. It's our smallest of stories, I admit, but
It is, but it's kind of neat. I'd like to go and see it once it's done. I think I'm gonna have to take a run out there, but it would
yeah.
have to be around this time of year when they've got it all decorated for Halloween,
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
we're probably going out May next year,
Are you?
so they're going to start construction in January. Disneyland does things pretty quick, so it could be
Yeah.
done by May.
Yeah.
They seem to get things done. I'm sure the Tiana's River Adventure won't be open yet, but it'd be nice to see if this is open. So we'll probably buy some more Haunted Mansion merchandise. So.
Sounds good to me.
Well, with that, those are the stories we had.
Short news.
Yeah, I said we wanted to get it out. We thought a
Yep.
couple more pretty significant that people would want to know. So yeah, I'm heading down tomorrow, and we'll be going to the parks a little bit while we're down there, and still hoping to get together with you, Sue. You gotta let
Yep.
me know what days you'd be available.
Sounds good.
We'll talk after the
Yep.
recording.
And you're going to be with some good weather, by the way. Anyone who's coming down to Disney, the weather is going to be nice as of Sunday, and it looks like straight through to next Thursday, 20% chance of rain. It's basically going to be sunny, and it's going to be in the upper 80s. So that's good weather.
I was crossing my finger because a lot of times I've noticed after the hurricane comes through, it like
Mhm.
sucks all the moisture with it,
Mhm.
and you get like 3 or 4 days of really kind of, it's still
Yeah.
hot, but
Yeah.
but drier, slightly drier weather. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it
And
won't
see,
be
we
too
haven't
bad.
had that yet, Pete.
Yeah.
The hurricane came through, but the front is still blowing in a lot of tropical air.
Yeah, it's still raining
So
today, right? Yeah.
Yep. So it's going to, but it looks like it's going to start on Sunday. We'll start feeling that effect where the humidity, some of the humidity gets sucked out. And as a Floridian, very excited.
Yeah, for sure. Andrea just said, have a great time with your family. Thanks, Andrea. And with that, I'm going to thank our 3 sponsors, the DVC Rental Store, Disney Reef Sale Market, and Monera Financial for their support of the DVC Newscast and the rest of the My DVC Points podcasts. With that, we will say good night, everybody. See you real soon.
See you real soon.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
Aw, chill up, Dad. You know I'll come back. With DVC.
My DVC Points is an unofficial Disney-inspired podcast created by fans of Disney Vacation Club. The thoughts expressed in this podcast are personal opinions and personal experiences. My DVC Points is not affiliated with Disney Vacation Club, the Walt Disney Companies, or any subsidiaries. We encourage listeners to contact their DVC guide or member services for official DVC policies.